Hi families, we are on week 8 instructional packet this week. So this week it looks like we have informational text again, right from, it looks like actual photographs and things like that, little tips that help you know that it's informational. I'm also seeing a part here that says the dinosaur bird connection, and it's in bold print. Remember that bold print is darker and it looks like a heading. So everything I read down below is going to be talking about the dinosaur bird connection. I noticed there are some really hard words in this, so you might have to have an adult help you. So moms, dads, you'll probably want to help. Some of these words are tough for third graders, like the word scientist and maybe relatives. Relatives are related. That word means related. Here below it says, what do Tyrannosaurus rex and the chicken have in common? So boys and girls, you writers know that they're starting this with a question, and that is their hook, isn't it? You start thinking, I wonder what the Tyrannosaurus rex and the chicken do have in common. And that kind of gets you to read on a little more. I also see some more bold words. These are all nonfiction text features. So a word like proof here is bold. Another word, protein. I even see some dialogue in this nonfiction. It says Louis Cantley, right here, I'm working here, kids, is a scientist on the research team. We were very excited, he says. No one thought that protein could survive that long. So there's a speech tag here where it says he says, and then there's more dialogue here from him, and I knew because I saw the quotation marks. Remember about quotation marks? All right. He talks about scientists using the special machine to study protein. And then down here, I know I'm switching my thinking again because there's another heading. And this heading is finding more proof. Everything I read down below that is going to be talking about finding more proof. On the next page, it looks like you have some more headings. The one says, are they alike? And then another one looks like you have a little table here. Compare a chicken to a T-Rex. And then these are the chicken statistics, and these are the T-Rex statistics. So this is comparison, which is kind of interesting. Comparing a chicken to a T-Rex. In this part, we start looking at the questions. Remember, it's important to read all parts of the question and find the part that fits the best. So the part says, what did scientists find inside the T-Rex bone? Look at A, it says chicken DNA, B, disease, C, protein, or D, water. Well, in my mind, I feel like a few could be the possible selection, the possible choice. So what I would do is go back into the story and double check to see which one fits the best. You can highlight the part that you think, where the answer would be. Remember when you get down to a part that says what is proof, where you're expected to write, you want to start in full sentences with a capital letter. So you could say proof is, and then explain what proof is. For the next part, you have to write 5 things that you are good at doing. I mean, you could really do a list here. You could try to make it in paragraph form, or you could just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and write the list. Okay, let's take a look at this next part. It's math. It says, June was given $100 for taking care of the neighbor's plant for 4 weeks. He spent $37 at the school book fair and $9 on an ice cream date with his little sister. How much money did he have left? Okay, so last week I talked to you a little bit about the math, and what I found was there are parts that had extra information, or some of them could be solved a few different ways, and I put that in the video. For this week, really the part that you don't need to know is how this person got the $100, or for how many weeks. I think they try to throw that in there just to fool you. This 4 weeks is an extra number, so you always have to watch for that, okay, boys and girls? Basically, you just need to know that $100 is where you start, and then they're taking some money away because he spent $37 at the school book fair, So you would subtract that 37, and then you'll have an answer right here, right? And then $9 more was spent on an ice cream date with his little sister. And the whole question is, how much money did he have left? So if you do the subtraction first, and then you get that answer correct, you move on to subtract the next $9. After you subtract the 37 from $100, you should end up with $63. You can double check yourself by saying 7 plus 3 is 10, and we have 10 there. 6 plus 3 is 9. And then I'm still not done because I still need to take the $9 from $63. So if you make any sort of mistake and get the wrong answer here, it will affect your whole problem. It's really a two-step problem, kind of. So once you take away $9 from $60, you end up with $54. So $54 would be the amount that they had left over. Okay, let's take a look at this next math sheet. I think the other one was pretty self-explanatory. You answer the stuff and then you color them in. This one says the perimeter of a polygon is equal to the distance around it. We talked about polygons right before we went out. Polygons are shapes that are closed with straight sides. So these polygons cannot have curved sides. To find the perimeter, which is the distance around, you add all of the sides together. And so basically, for every single one, down here you would be adding the sides together. This one would be 3 plus 3, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So the perimeter of this shape down here is 18 inches because IN is inches. So 18 IN with a dot after it because you're doing an abbreviation. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory as well. Okay, let's look at the next one. I don't think that I've ever had worksheets with you kids that look like this, so I want to talk for a second about this. This is actually division. When you see this one over here that says 8 with a slash and then 4 up in this corner, what it's saying is, what is 8 divided by 4? So you'll think in your head, what is 8 divided by 4? And you're going to count by 4s until you get to 8. Well, you can put a finger up for each time you say the number, and you get 4, 8. So that's 2, and the answer to this is 2. You would look then up and say that if the answer is 2 or 3, the color would be blue. All right, let's take a look at another one. So here we have, let's see, whoops, I'm drawing on here. I have another one that's pretty simple right next to it. It's 24 divided by 8. All you have to do to find the answer for this is think in your head 24 divided by 8. I'm going to count by 8s and put one finger up for each 8, or each group of 8. 8, 16, 24. So I put 3 fingers up, and so the answer is 3 for 24 divided by 8. Oops. So the answer is 3. And the color would be also blue. So that is a division one. And for division, remember you're counting, you skip counting or group counting. For this next part, the social studies, they're talking about the event of farming and how it became an important impact in economic activity of Michigan. We have several causes and then the effects. So farmland had become scarce in some states. Remember, that brought some people or pulled people to Michigan. And also there was a lot of cheap land available in Michigan. So again, that pulled people to Michigan. They talk about the effect down below. Towns began in farming areas to provide goods and services. And another effect is the environment was changed as land was cleared for farming. They cut a lot of trees down. I think that one really cool thing about this packet is these pictures. And you can see the labels on here, and it shows you where the forest is. And it kind of shows you how the people cleared the land. There was a well for water, a shed, log house, and an orchard that had the trees, the fruit trees. Smokehouse. A lot of kids wonder what was in the smokehouse, and it's something to look up. Split rail fence, a hog house, and a log barn. The packet includes a few other pictures. These are real pictures from long ago. These are called primary sources. When you have something that was written by someone who actually lived at that time, or pictures that happened actually at that time, those are called primary sources. Here are a few more pictures from your packet of people raising a barn in Michigan. These are also primary sources. And then they want you to do something called analyzing the photographs. So you're really taking a look at them and filling in what can we learn about farming in Michigan from the photos. Also, what questions do you have about the people and things in the photos? So obviously there'll be questions in the second box below. Okay, for the next part, it's science, and they're talking about a loggerhead turtle. Looks like just a lot of information about this loggerhead turtle. It's a fact sheet and just a coloring page for this. And for the plant detective, it says, by using a plant key, you can become a plant detective and discover the names of different plants. The plant key gives you clues to help identify a plant. The key shown below is a branching key. Each branch asks a question that requires a yes or no answer. As you move through the key, you will discover the name of the plant. Science activity. Use this branching key to find the name of these fruits. You have A, B, C, D, E, and F. And you're going to start here for each fruit. They ask some questions, and if it's yes, you go this way. If it's no, you go this way. So let's take a look at the first one. Is the fruit round? Well, for the first fruit, it's no. So you're going to follow this way. It says, is it long and curved? Is this a fruit right here, long and curved? Yes, it is. So you're coming down here. And then it says, is it a banana? And yes, it is. And there's how to spell banana, so you can just write it right up here on that line. Let's take a look at the next one. This fruit right here, it says, is it round? Yes, it's round, so you go this way. Does it have a dimpled skin? That means little bumps. Dimples are little bumps. No, this does not have a dimpled skin. Does it have a stalk? Well, it does. The stalk is that little tiny part on top. So yes, so it is an apple. Pretty neat. All right, so this is pretty self-explanatory. Here, you follow this. It's kind of like a flow chart. You call it a branching key. This last one is about sound and vibration. It has a lot of information on sounds and vibration, and then a little science activity for you to do. Okay, boys and girls, so if you have any questions, remember you can always reach out to me through email, or you can get a hold of me on the Remind app. I miss you guys, and I hope you're doing well. Bye.